Alright. Let's click the button. So, hello and welcome to V-Pop Radio, where we V-Pop till you tell us to stop. With that
Are you serious?
I don't even know. I am so tired and exhausted, I don't care anymore. Hi everyone, this is DK3D Knight, and of course, the Supreme Overlord Emperor of all of reality and EUSA.
It's VUSA, thank you.
No, it's EUSA, via USA, it doesn't matter. See, it's interesting is whenever I use EUSA, I mean, like, electronic USA.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Kind of like virtual.
So yes, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm the Emperor, Sola, bow down.
See, when you said that, I thought you said Solo, so I was like, Solo shoots first! Right?
The no Han Solo here.
No. Okay. Ubu, Solo!
He did shoot first, though. So what is this flag that I'm looking at?
Oh, that's the, that is actually the Xeon flag.
Okay. Should I expect any other interesting things to appear? Okay, now we got the Imperial radio thing, the classic Warhammer format.
Imperial Warhammer format, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna have Australian heritage tonight.
Really?
Because Tim is going to be on a plane during this.
Alright, so, do you know which airplane so we can call his airplane?
I don't. You can ping him and ask.
Okay. With that said, I guess we should start from the top, alright? So, Rizola, give us our power hour. Tell us why we should be excited, as always.
Why should we be excited?
Mm-hmm.
Well, alright, so here's a reason to be excited. Poland has shown that they still suck. They attacked us for the second time this week, the same region, and they have so far, after 2 battles, not done the same amount of damage we've done in 1 battle. Which is really sad, because we're not even giving people weapons after...
You know, Rizola, I have something funny to show you.
Alright.
But I'm gonna do it later. Only, it has to deal with what you just mentioned.
With Poland?
No, just generally, like, fighting and stuff like that.
Okay.
And not getting enough damage.
Alright.
But I will show it to you later, because... I mean, it's funny, technically it's from E-Revolution, but it has to deal with the president there trying to get people to put the damage where they're supposed to be.
Is she not good at that?
Basically, everyone did the opposite of what the president said.
Perfect. Like that one time you told me where the Serbians wrote in the American media. I think that was you that told me that. Was that you that told me that? Where Serbians wrote the orders in the American media and tricked the Americans into fighting for that?
No, I don't think that was for me.
Someone told me, well, fun fact, in one of these other games, the Serbians apparently got together, I think it was, Tim might have told me that. I think it was V1 USA in E-Republic. I believe the Serbians copied the DoD format and then posted in the media an article that they pretended was that. They had all the Serbians upvote it to trick the American population into fighting in the wrong battle.
Oh, it's hilarious. Well, interesting enough, in E-Revolution, America has joined with Serbia.
That is, well, that's not that surprising. It's more surprising that the Serbians allowed that than the Americans.
Apparently, we're one of their... Well, from this comic that I just sent you, I in case you don't have an eRev account and you don't want to push, I actually just like sent the pictures to you.
Do not have one.
Yeah, so I actually sent the individual panels to you so you can enjoy that.
Wait, this is eRev you're sending me? This battle screen looks exactly like eRev.
Yeah, isn't that odd?
Did they just copy eRep's like battle? Oh my gosh. Why does Canada do so much damage?
This was a training war. I'm sorry. No. We had rented the territory from Canada. And everyone failed to show up. From America. And the few people from Canada that didn't get the notification, that was accidental damage. If you could imagine.
So these people tanked crazy amounts of damage accidentally because they thought this was an invasion.
Yeah. And then you can see the actual battle underneath it of where, America decided to actually put all of its damage.
Against Switzerland. What the hell? What?
Yeah. So,
and they lost that too?
We weren't supposed to fight there at all.
How the hell? What is Switzerland in E-Revolution?
I think they were like our ally or something.
Why are they so strong?
But I don't know. It's surprising. But some of the people in the top 8 damage for America were like generally representing major, like some of them were in the government or were helpers of the government. Like they were like advisors. And the advisors were hitting in the battles they weren't supposed to.
Well, it's good to know our USA is like 100 times more competent than that USA.
Yeah, so the little guy with the little pirate hat, yeah, that's Island Woodsy, who's the president of the country. And he was getting really upset with people, and I said, "Don't get upset with people." I realized people they made a mistake. They made a big mistake.
Maybe he should be a better CP and organize people better.
Oh, people just ignored him.
They just ignored him.
Yeah.
What the hell's the matter with that USA?
I'll be honest with you. I only tell my military unit to attack wherever I've decided I was going to attack.
I'm sure one of these is like your people.
No. I totally didn't send any orders for any of those battles because I'm terrible. But
Well,
so the thing is, he told me what happened, and he showed me some of the pictures, and so I made this comic strip just for him and all of the USA, because I said this was a more healthy way of dealing with it than going into like chat and saying you're all a bunch of idiots. Because like he actually, so in E-Revolution, there's actually a thing where the president can push a button and a giant box comes up as soon as you log in that gives you instructions from the president that the president wants you to know. Okay.
That's very useful. I think VPOP should get that.
This thing that pops up simply said, "Do not attack here. Attack here." And you know what I told Island Woodsy? It's simple. We all press X on that. We don't even read it.
So he actually used that.
Yeah, he used it. He went in the chat boxes. He used that system. He did everything.
Poor guy.
Just everyone did the opposite. And I'm like, it's okay. Don't get mad at people. Make fun of it. And then let people learn from that. Because it's better to not go into the boxes screaming, calling everyone idiots. That's usually not the way of dealing with it, even if, people are idiots and they've done it more than once.
Oh, it's great. In VPOP, anytime anyone in USA does something stupid, the first thing I do is tell them they're stupid. I'm a great CP.
Yeah, the problem is he did this, and like people who can do good damage just left. Because some people don't like being called an idiot, particularly when they're veterans who just came back. And unfortunately, the amount of damage they can do is quite amazing. So calling them idiots usually just makes them not want to play anymore, and then they leave because, you know, they take their veteran butts out. So, you know, you make a joke about it. What's funny is one of my friends is in that top 8 list of people who hid in the wrong place.
Awesome.
I sent this to that friend. He laughed about it. He laughed.
Did he get called an idiot afterwards by what's his face?
No. I told Island Woodsy, don't call people idiots. Make them laugh. Make them realize what they did, and make them realize they need to listen to you, or maybe there'll be more comic strips about them.
But the comic strip was about the president.
I can easily make it about someone else. Let me push buttons randomly. Look, the president wants me to do something. Nah.
Yeah, that would work pretty well. V-pop has its own meme wars, but it's usually just between the countries because people inside the country don't tend to fuck up so much, usually.
Yeah, well, when you have the veteran guard, particularly someone... Well, it's funny, okay, so we vote this one guy into presidency who passionately convinces all the new players that he's ready to save the game. And bring a new era of activeness. A couple weeks into his administration, he disappears.
That sounds like Tyler Bublar, if I ever heard one.
And this new player comes to me and says, I don't know where he is. I'm like, who was he? And he gave me, and I'm like, oh. Wow, he lasted that long? During Roosevelt presidencies, he disappeared after the first 2 days.
They re-elected someone that disappears in every one of his presidencies?
Yes. Because usually his administration makes sure that things don't catch on fire. I believe in one of the things that he did, I think he disappeared like on the first 2 days.
Why did he ever get elected again?
I don't know.
I mean, you could go to EREP and ask why Tyler Bublar ever gets elected, because he always disappears.
Well, see, I know why Tyler gets reelected. He's a nice guy.
He gets reelected because he's a Fed that people like.
Well, no, like, I dealt with him in E-Republic. I do know he has a family, though, so I realize people who have families are actually not the people you should ever vote for presidency.
No.
Because they have obligations that are far more important than the game.
Yeah. You gotta vote young adults with no lives like me.
But I discovered that players have issues against people who have all the free time in the universe. They don't trust them. That's a really big problem.
Well, that might be a smart idea, but that's not for the reasons I think they would not trust them.
I guess it's because they don't have enough experience.
I don't think it has anything to do with experience. I think it's just you shouldn't trust someone that has, like, all the time in the world, because then you're just giving them too much power.
Oh, no, like someone who has, like, you know, a month off vacation in which they're going to devote everything to this presidency. I found the only time that people wanted me to be in charge of anything was when I was in knee-deep work. That's the only time anyone wanted me to do anything. When I had free time, when I had vacation, right? No one wanted me for any political position.
Like when someone has vacation, someone else tends to have vacation too.
Well, no,
someone
no
they
one.
Like more.
The person was over. Usually, I always lost to someone who didn't have time for the position. and would disappear.
That's a
Never understood
popularity
that.
contest.
And so whenever I was incredibly busy, that's when suddenly people would want me to be in a political position. I remember I was like party president, I actually suffered a heat stroke. It's crazy. So as I said, supremely ill, all kinds of. We lost air conditioning. It was kind of terrible. Anyway, it's funny. Also, in E-Revolution, I became EUSA president for like a week because the president impeached himself.
He impeached himself.
Yes.
Okay.
He committed.
I'm not surprised. The Serbian president here did that a few months ago.
Well, the reason is because the Congress had accused him. They had started the impeachment trial on him. They did not intend to impeach him. That was never the goal of that trial. They just wanted an answer. The big words in the accusations was, "We want an answer." And of course, because not every single procedure was followed, Congress threw it out. But what the head of Congress was trying to get, the Speaker of the House, is he just wanted an explanation. Money had gone missing. People, IES had been ignored. Random people were just added to the country against IES regulations. And apparently Congress's authority had been ignored.
I did that too.
And
vote me again.
Yeah. Well, in this particular case, the president he went over what he had the authority to do, and he lied about it.
Oh, perfect.
That's the worst part. He also went back and forged a bunch of Discord conversations to remove his tracks. The problem is,
you forge Discord conversations?
You can delete any entry in a Discord conversation or a private message.
You can delete your own?
Yes. So he deleted and changed his own to be different. But the thing is, I had the copy-paste. I had the copy-pasta proving what he originally said.
This guy sounds like an idiot.
Yeah, well, as I said, I didn't print screen on everything he said, but I did inform the Speaker of the House that we were no longer part of an alliance, and the Speaker of the...
Oh, was it this guy? I remember this story.
Yeah. The Speaker of the House went... He just flipped his lid. He just went... Poof! He exploded. He wanted answers. He didn't want to get rid of the president. He wanted answers. He wanted to understand why. And the president decided that this was, in fact, secretly some sort of Fed plot to destroy that political party. And it turned into not... His party decided that we were attacking his party and not him personally. No one was mentioning anything about his party. It's crazy.
That's called defensive.
And essentially, what they were going to do is half of the country was going to leave the game over it, or go to another country. Crazy, right?
That sounds like something out of E-Republic.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. Since the other political party decided a long time ago that it was going to be just anti-Fed. That was their golden thing, was that they just wanted to be the opposite of the Fed party. And the Fed party just didn't care.
Why is there always a Federalist Party?
Because some feds from E-Republic founded the Federalist Party in that game.
That explains that. So, what you're telling me is, do not invite any feds to this game. Because we're doing very nice without a Federalist Party.
The problem was, it's the other party had this idea that the best way to make sure that they always won every election was to invite people from other countries.
Yeah, and that's how you get PTO'd. Oh, shut up, Tony. Time to start a Federalist Party.
Yes, let's start a
No!
Federalist Party. Proud and
No!
horny.
Get out! Oh no, don't bring back the proud and horny. Oh no. That's not even like used in the feds anymore in the Republic. That's like old feds.
Wow. See, I remember I was considered a middle-aged Fed. But
I
I still
have the
remember.
gold triumphs.
It's kind of funny you mentioned that because Melissa Rose told that when I originally became like the fund director under Melissa Rose's party presidency,
Yeah.
she told everyone that I was a new player to eRepublic, and I said, no, no, I'm a coming back player. I started back in Era 1, version 1, and she's like, oh.
Awesome.
I know Melissa Rose remembers.
Triumph. You actually don't need to make a new party because two of our parties need more active leaders. One especially, that new Republican Party, their leader is a two-clicker. You could take that over no problem and make your goddamn Federalist Party.
Hey, Triumph, I have an idea for you. You should create 2 more military units.
Why two?
No reason.
What do you... What? Explain. Why two?
People always got pissed off in the revolution every time someone made another military unit.
I don't care if someone makes another military unit. I care if someone makes another party. We have 4 parties. We don't need 4 parties.
So when you have 16 military units, I think you will understand.
It doesn't matter here, though, because they get ranked by the number of members, and ours has the most members of any in the entire game. We have more than the top 5, I think, combined.
So we need to create an idle military unit that welcomes everyone who plans on leaving the game. So then we become the number 1 military unit.
A lot of the people in our military unit have already quit the game.
So I have a question. There's apparently some sort of congressional election against
Happening right now.
Meatwad versus Axel C.
But the thing is, both of them are going to get into Congress.
So who should I vote for then?
Well, my party's better, so vote for Meatwad and vote Order of Revan and join Order of Revan because we're the best. Even Triumph is in the Order of Revan. That's how you know it's good.
But see, like, now I want to vote for the underdog.
They're not the underdog. Their party is bigger.
Alright, so Meatwad Republican Party, right?
Not Republican. The Republican Party has nobody running.
Yes, that's why you vote for him.
No, what? You don't vote for someone that has nobody running.
Of course you do.
No, you don't.
See, that way they'll know that someone loved them. See, this is actually an old Fed tactic where you vote for the person who's losing and is not going to win.
But the Republicans aren't losing. They don't have anyone running to begin with. The only parties that have somebody running for Congress are the Order of Revan and the Order of the 501st, which I don't know why Bryce named that party that. It's the 501st Legion, not the Order of the 501st, but okay.
Well, he's apparently taking it more seriously. Well, you know what? Just to make you happy, I'll vote Order of Raven then.
Revan.
Raven.
Revan. Join my party too. We're good. We need more members.
I should work today.
You should work because you're a communer.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce
That way,
Perry
Rizola
song.
will love me. Right? That's why we all work in the communes.
Triumph 2017. Bryce is a Katy Perry song. He changes party names like how a girl changes clothes.
Oh.
True, that party started out as the Democratic Front. Bryce got control of it, and he changed it into the Sons of Liberty. Wrote a big article about it. He gave the control to someone else. They killed it. So he took it back, and he made a new article advertising it as the Dixie Party. And then I changed the theme for the military unit, so there was no more 501st Legion in it, and it was no longer called the Imperial Armed Forces. Instead, I made the Revanchists. And so he decided to change his party from the Dixie Party to the Order of the 501st. And I don't think he's made an article about that yet. He just did it.
So I'm looking at this battle that we're fighting against Poland.
Yeah.
And it's weird, like, the portrait for, like, who had done the most damage. It was, here we go. Trance Skater God.
Yeah, that's the Polish one.
I see. That's
He's
alright, we have
Polish
Ronald
citizen.
McDonald, so we should be good.
Ronald, though. That's a Brazilian, actually. I don't know why he lives in America, but he's been giving us all of his damage for the past, like, month or two.
Well, I know that you probably appreciate Ronald McDonald's.
Oh, I do.
efforts.
I will gladly take his 4K damage in a battle where we don't need any damage at all. Because one day we will have a battle where we do need his damage, and he'll only give us like 500. But it's still better than nothing.
I mean, it could be worse.
Could it?
Yes. Yes.
Explain.
When a big important battle comes, no one shows up, and
Yeah.
Canada outdamages your country.
Canada doesn't exist in this game, so that would be pretty bad. Especially since USA in this game is entirely unrivaled in damage. Not even Serbia can 1v1 us at this point. They can barely 1v1 Australia. Poland they're just falling off the deep end. They've gone from like the third most powerful country to the fourth. And if you look at Brazil, Poland might soon become the fifth because Brazil's getting stronger and Poland's getting weaker.
So I'm looking at an article from Meatwalk called Economic Summary of Week 124 to 132. And I'm not going to read this article because it's all graphs. But I will post one of the graphs because, graphs are awesome. Yeah, there we go.
Do you like how many of the new players we get every single day?
And I like how it just says, this concludes the report for this week. Please vote and subscribe for next week's summary. Because if you don't vote and subscribe, I guess he won't give us next week's summary?
When you subscribe, you actually get an alert that'll tell you when he releases the next one.
No, he should hold it hostage. So, apparently another article came out called VUSA Yellow Pages First Edition. Apparently he compiled a list of all organizations and their respective companies.
Yeah, he did that.
I'm gonna see if I see my corporation in there.
Is it there?
I don't think so.
He got most of this information by talking to company leaders and by looking at the job market, I think.
Yeah, he does not have my company here.
Yeah, you don't make anything.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
But I do own a corporation called CNC Incorporated.
Is it a corporation or an organization? Do you actually have a company?
Going to.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. What are you gonna make?
Food.
food. Okay.
That was the plan.
Is that based off of my advice from like a week or 2 weeks ago?
No, once I heard that food was being so high, I decided that I would move my
That has
efforts.
changed. I kind of talked to some Argentinians and got them to export a lot of food to us at a very low price. So now the entire American market is competing with them because they had a lot of stock. So the food prices have tanked by about half a dollar.
I see.
So, but what prices have stayed exorbitant recently are the weapon prices. All types of weapons, even Q1 at this point. A lot of Q1 manufacturers have upgraded their companies to produce higher level of quality weapons. So now there's less Q1s in the market, and the price has still been going up.
Nice.
It's over $3, like almost $3.50 for one Q1 weapon, which is ridiculous if you consider that a month ago it was around $2. I think under $1 at one point before
Wow.
that. They were much cheaper than they are now. They've gone up way, way in price. And then you got an Australian trying to sell what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Q5 weapons in our country at 1.5 gold each. That's absolutely outrageous, but okay, Australia, you do you. I don't know who would actually buy a Q5 at that price, though. Q5s in America, at least on our black market, go for an eighth of a gold, not 1.5 gold. Anyways, yeah, Tim's on his plane, Scotty's at work, Callum's dead. So we're not gonna have Australian heritage, sadly.
This is saddening.
Yes. Well, in other news, someone's trying to activate Russia. Although, if you go to the Russian channel, it's entirely filled with, like, Serbians, mostly. Some Americans, one Australian.
I'm actually looking at the estate market, and I noticed 4 people are selling house constructions. Somebody's selling a Q4 house for 50 gold.
Yeah, that's called a waste of money.
So isn't it like 20 gold to make the factory?
Yeah.
So what? How much
is 20 gold to make a Q1?
Okay.
20 to upgrade to Q2, 50 to upgrade to Q3, 100 to upgrade to Q4, and 200 to upgrade
for
to
50
Q5.
gold. Buying a Q4 house thing from VJ is probably a good idea.
No, it's a horrible idea.
It's
a horrible idea because the army is making Q5 hotels. Now the thing is, hotels, the Q5 hotel, 6 people can use it in one day. We've already made one. We're 10 to 15% done with the second one. As we make more and more and more, more and more people can use them every day, and it has the same effect, except, well, as a Q5 house, it'll have the same effect. And here's the big difference, is that when we have enough to make sure the public can use them, it will make every single person who has bought a house now have their house be completely worthless, because all these hotels are in this region, the houses are as well, and you can't move them to a different region. And unless you have a Q5 house, then there's no real benefit. But even then, the hotels, when we have enough, will be a cheap price so that every American can use them for like $10 a day.
Buying a Q4 house factory for 50 gold is
That's not what he's selling.
Well, he's selling the estate, right?
He's selling a house.
Oh, okay.
50K.
I thought that was the actual house making company.
No,
I'm
no, no.
sorry.
He's selling a house. If that the estate market are the houses and hotels, depending on what
Okay.
you sort
I'm
by.
sorry. That was a mistake on my part. That's why you needed to clear that up for me. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
If you go to My Places and then accommodation, you can see the hotels that you can use in the country. Right now, there's only one Q5 hotel, and it's set to 50 USD to stop other people from using it. But when we get more, the price will go down so that a mixture of the commune and the private economy people can use it as well. There's no hotel. You go to My Places and then accommodations, and you look down and it says hotels in
Well, no,
Lining.
I said
and
from the
that there's
estate
30.
market.
No.
Okay.
No one's selling hotels on the.
Oh, okay.
estate.
I got you. Yeah.
To rent a room, you have to go to My Places and then accommodation.
Oh. I should probably switch off of my corporation because I don't think my corporation can stay at your place.
No, you can't.
Oh, I like these two blank names.
Yeah, right.
There's apparently there's one Q2 hotel being rent price for $10. A Q1 for offer not set.
Yeah.
And then there's the Q5 one, which is $50.
You like how it's just named hotel?
That's still better than blank name, like the other hotel companies.
I think I can change the name.
You should call it like Hotel 6 or something. Oh, Comfort Suites, because Hotel 6 should be like Q1, right?
Well, I mean, this is a Q5 hotel. You're not gonna get one better than this.
Yeah, so Comfort Suites, yeah.
Comfort Suites.
Mhm.
There, just for you. It is now Comfort Suites. Refresh your page.
Nice. I posted a picture just for you, Rizzo.
Oh my god, it's a hotel brand.
Huh?
It's an actual hotel brand, really.
Yeah.
I usually stay at Marriott's, so.
Oh. See, like, essentially, Comfort Suites, some of their suites actually have hot tubs in them.
Jesus Christ. Expensive brand.
I never stayed. I stayed at Comfort Suite before when our air conditioning went out in the apartments, but
Poor Triumph. I once stayed at a motel.
I think I have too.
I have.
Particularly when my company decided we had to go to FAA school to learn system safety. I think we had to double bunk in a Motel 6.
It's great.
Really
Women
nasty.
were arrested for prostitution the first night, heroin the second. Good story, Triumph. Why do I not have Triumph added as a friend? Add me as a friend, you bitch.
Oh my. So serious.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Triumph wanted me to tell the story of how Poland lost against the Wasteland. You see, once upon a time, in this game, they added wastelands. And these wastelands do not have an owner. It's just a random region that you attack, and you have to fight against a randomized wall. The wall can be anywhere between like 100 and 10,000, and you have to do more damage than that number. Poland bravely decided to take on the wasteland, and they got like a 7K wall. And it's great because they were like the second most powerful country at that time, and they lost. The first ever battle against a wasteland, and Poland lost. So as you know, Poland's very accomplished and be populous.
Yeah, definitely.
They started out bad, and they're still bad. It sounds just as good now as it did then, Triumph says. Well, Triumph, if you want another story, let me tell you the story of how Triumph attacked our cores and then cried about it. Once upon a time, I attacked Poland. I destroyed Poland. Then they MPP'd Serbia because they're a bunch of little crybabies and they're scared of us. I decided not to attack them anymore, and they thought that meant we were losing. So they came heavy after us. They got a border with our cores by going through wastelands. They attacked our cores. Now this triggered an MPP with Romania. And they apparently think Romania is some like godly being. So we defeated them in like 7 or 8 fights with this Romanian MPP active, even though their MPP only lent us like maybe 4,000 damage every fight, and we beat Poland by like 10,000 in every fight. And so Sharks, their country president, goes into the leaders channel, in the official leaders channel in VPOP, in Discord, and he says, hey, there was this one point where the MPP between USA and Romania expired, and they had to renew it. So I think that means they abused a bug, so you should revert every battle and give us all of our regions back that they took. Now, this is funny because there was an instance of this being a bug, but what happened was Poland was accidentally still in a war where they weren't supposed to be when an MPP expired, and they didn't renew it before it did expire. This was against Australia, and they won like 1 out of 3 battles as a result, instead of losing all 3. And then the admins reverted that win because it was true they weren't supposed to have that MPP because it was down for a good 30 minutes. Our MPP with Romania never went down. We actually renewed it a day in advance. And so after telling Sharks this, he says, well, I don't think that's how the game should work. So he continued to cry to Klav about it. And I believe I don't know if he actually stopped asking them to revert every single battle that they've lost against us because they don't like how our Romanian MPP is still active because we are keeping it renewed. So, I'm not sure what's better, that or the Poland can't beat a wasteland. One way or another, Poland in this game, not the brightest. Oh, neither is Sweden. Here we go. Triumph with the moral of the story. Stay diligent, kids. Okay. I don't know where you got that moral from, but okay. I think Poland just needs to revive one of their country presidents from an old version. One that can take over so that they can actually be good for once. It's funny because if you look at Europe now as compared to 3 months ago, no one in like Pacifico, our alliance, had much presence in Europe, and now if you look at it, America's everywhere in it. In the north and the west, Australia's all over the south end. Japan came in through the east and into the north, and they're just entirely surrounded by our alliance at this point. Yeah, he's still around, but he 2-clicks Triumph. If Poland has any chance of being good at all, that dude needs to step up and actually become country president. Because Sharks is not doing a good job. Sharks is just wasting all of their money. That's another fun fact. Serbia is broke again. How do you like our Serbia, DK?
I don't know much about y'all, Serbia.
I'll tell you, it's probably the most incompetent one you can ever find in a game like this.
Really?
They have about half the gold that they need stored in their reserve to even declare a war. And they're using more and more of it every day.
Oh, wow.
Oh, here comes Triumph with some scoop. When is the U.S. attacking Serbia? Asks the Serbian MOD. Why does he expect we are attacking them? We don't have a war open. Yeah, the Serbian Minister of Defense, Costa, he's interesting, DK. He actually told some newspaper in Serbia that they were expecting that Australia and the US would invade them and that Serbia has an advantage over us.
I see.
Even though Serbia's broke. It's funny because he doesn't realize that I, in my administration, have never taken a hostile act against Serbia. Not once. Yeah, that's right, Toru. Remember what our good old CP of Sweden said? USA can never win against a unified Europe. Well, Japan won 11 consecutive battles against a unified Europe. So I don't see the threat.
I don't know.
What do you think, DK?
I think maybe you don't know their secrets.
They don't know their secrets?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I do, because the CP of Sweden says we have no strategy, and he says that only they have strategy, that we're bad, that we'll never win. But we've been beating them ever since this war started, so at this point he moves around and deploys a minuscule amount of damage to help his allies, and they're still losing every single fight. I'm waiting for their secrets, like I'm waiting for something to just pop in my face, like when Yakut's Poland resistance ward Lioning from Halaman. I don't think that's gonna happen though. I mean, you put Serbia and Poland up against Australia and they still can't do anything. If they can't beat what is now probably the second most powerful country in the game, at least, if Serbia continues at this rate, certainly Australia is just going to clearly pass them. If you can't beat them, how are you going to beat USA? If you can't even beat Japan, doesn't even crack the top 5. I think Brazil is keeping Japan out of it, and can't even beat them. I mean, Serbia one-on-one probably could, but Serbia can't do that. They don't have enough money to declare a war.
I've been informed that we've received a sponsorship for the show.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I'd like to let everyone know that the show is now sponsored by Jack in the Box. Grab a $5 meal steal from Jack in the Box. Includes a sandwich, side, and a drink. $5.
At an actual store?
Jack in the Box is a fast food place here.
Huh. Interesting.
And for $5, yes, you could get a sandwich, and an ultimate cheeseburger that has like 2 pieces of meat, 3 pieces of cheese.
You get a burger and a sandwich?
Yeah, burger, fries, and a drink for $5.
That's okay. That's a lot of food for $5. You're making me hungry, woman.
Yeah, well, apparently they've also added a new menu thing on their thing for. This is crazy. Okay, they're doing this little hash brown thing, right? And they had
Uh-huh.
3 different kinds. I consider the 2 of them unedible because they're spicy. But then they had this one that was like hash browns, gravy, and eggs.
Okay.
And I'm like, that sounds actually good. I don't know why. I'm assuming you don't know about them because you probably don't know about their munchie thing, where like at 10 o'clock you can order from their special menu, which is like weird items thrown together at a really cheap price. Call those
No, I don't
munchies.
think we have them in New York.
How else could you find your car without a Jack and Tenenbaum?
You just set off the alarm and walk towards.
Really?
Yeah.
We do that, and that totally does not actually work. The alarm on ours requires close proximity.
Oh no, I can set the alarm off to a car like a block away. As long as there's not like a building in the way. Oh, so Tim's on his plane, but he's talking to us.
Yay!
I don't know if he's actually listening, but he's talking to us, apparently, Imperial radio chat. So there's Aussies here, there's Viato. Viato was talking here too. And he's told us that we should just attack Poland and activate an MPP with Serbia because we can take them easy.
By the way, if you really want to be hungry, check that item out.
Jack in the Box, burgers, breakfast, tacos, and more. All of Jack's favorite things in one place. Stacked grilled cheese burger munchie meal. What the hell am I looking at?
The grilled cheese on top of a cheeseburger with 2 tacos, French fries, and a drink.
Is that mayo on the bottom?
I think so. Yeah.
Ew. Get that out of there, and maybe I'll try it. Get the pickles out of there, too. How does that... Wait a minute. You have the grilled cheese, and then you have cheese in the burger.
Mhm.
Wow. Alright.
That meal there has about 1,800 calories.
1,800 calories.
Mhm.
Well, the whole meal. Okay.
Mhm.
That makes more sense. We got a place here called Shake Shack. It's like the most popular burger joint in the whole city. It's especially in New York City itself because they use like the most salt here than anywhere else. They one of their shakes, one of their especially their like holiday shakes, has 1,000 calories in it by
Wow.
itself. It's a shake and it has 1,000 calories in it.
Alright, you know what then? How about this? Chicken tater melt munchie meal. Buttery croissant topped with crispy chicken, bacon, hash browns smothered in a blend of 3 cheeses and ranch sauce. And then 2 tacos, French fries, and a drink.
I think Jack needs to stop.
You think he should?
I think we should.
Okay.
Jack sounds crazy. Bryce, there are people in Sweden?
Are you sure?
Is Triumph still listening to this? Triumph, if you're still listening, say something.
So it's also
Bryce,
funny
there's
because
people in Sweden. Ariel says, I wouldn't call us people.
I wouldn't call us people.
I wouldn't
Gosh.
call us people. Oh my gosh. Loaded nuggets, what the hell? Brunch burger?
Oh yeah, the brunch burger. That just became a normal menu item.
Wait, did you get all of this for $6?
Yeah, basically one entree alongside 2 tacos, French fries, and a drink.
What kind of place serves burgers and tacos and nuggets and French fries and all this? I don't know what you do down there, but up here we have different places for that.
Well, see, Jack, it was funny because originally he always had the funny commercials attacking McDonald's for not serving breakfast all day. But yeah, the Munchie Meal thing turns $6 after 9 o'clock. If that gives you an idea. So you're saying that from where you're from, like if I sent you a picture of this guy, you would not identify him as someone that you know.
No, we don't have that.
I don't know what to do with that.
You don't have that the same way you probably don't have Boston Market.
We have Boston Market.
You have Boston Market?
Yes.
Well, you don't have Shake Shack. There we go.
Okay. You can have that one. You're right.
Oh my god, Aerith!
Dada.
Aerith!
Hey, sup, man?
We've been
What
talking
are
about
you
Jack in
doing?
the Box. And how it's sponsoring the show now.
Jack in the Box. Please
Yes.
come Jack in the Box.
I'm making Rizola sad.
I'm not sad. But I am kind of upset at these prices.
Wait, are we live still? Oh,
Yes?
oh okay. Then we're doing it live then.
Yeah, we're doing it live.
We've
Indeed.
been talking about all sorts of things. We've been talking about V-Pop, E-Dom, E-Rev, Jack in the Box, Shake Shack, Boston Market.
Boston Market's great. Their chicken pot pies are to die for. Rizola, have you had their chicken pot pies?
No.
I'm just
recommend
confused
them.
when I like that I like that this show is devolving into food all of a sudden.
Well,
You know
normally
why?
it devolves into real life politics when you get everybody else in here that usually jumps in, but they're not here today. So we've talked about food because I think me and DK are both kind of hungry.
I just ate dinner. Like my unfortunately, Nick and Aerith called me at the same time shortly after each other, and I was cooking my dinner, so I ended up burning my dinner. So my dinner was kind of sad. I mean,
dinner
cordon
was-
bleu, and it was burned. So
Mm-hmm.
made me a little sad, but that's okay. You know, that happens. This is why. I mean, technically, I didn't have to answer Nick's call, but I was
Alright,
sad
good.
because I was building some BS. I was building an armoire of invincibility in my kitchen.
Good to hear you're doing God's work. Continue.
What does an armoire of invincibility have to do with God's work?
I mean the radio show, it's still going on, so it's good work, guys.
We're doing it once every 2 weeks though, because our schedules changed and this is just what works now.
Well,
Wait, I was small. Small question. Since I left long time ago and now I returned just to see what's going on in the Wii world, I've noticed America is having so much of American weebs. What are they doing here?
So much of American weebs. We only have one weeb here, and it's America's favorite weeb, and it's the Japanese country president.
Oh, shoot. I think I'll go.
That's why her title is America's favorite weeb, because she's the country president, and I wanted to signify that.
Aerith, actually,
right.
I wanted to discuss something with you. It's a very key issue here in USA. There's rumors that people are abusing Jews. Do you think people are abusing Jews?
Wait, what? The hell?
Yeah, we always talk about juicer the user and how people are abusing Jews.
I don't know how to answer that, because if I do answer
unhealthy effects on people.
He's saying juice, not Jews.
Oh.
My God, Aerith, really? You think I would make like?
No, because last time I checked, I can see 4chan in Imperial Part Radio, so I'm now scared to answer.
You know, Aerith, you know me. I wouldn't do things like that.
Aerith, do you actually listen to these shows after they're done?
No, man. Where's the time for me?
I was gonna say, because you'd hear some weird stuff.
I know for a fact he doesn't. I checked.
I saw weird stuff on the chat, but I didn't see weird stuff.
He didn't even notice the one that the screenshot for it is a bunch of flowers shooting lasers. So since he didn't mention anything about that, and I looked through these from time to time, and I noticed immediately the episode in which we had flowers shooting lasers. And since Eris said nothing to me, I assume he's too busy to listen to these. Or even look at his own video channel. Because I think when he goes to like figure out the name for the other show, I know he has to look at them. And he chooses to ignore them. His mind automatically ignores them because he knows that I'm responsible for it. So obviously it's just DK bullshit.
Damn.
Right, Rizola?
I mean, look at some of the titles. Episode 14 and 1/3 quarters. It says how it should have ended, and it's a video you showed us. You got the one with the flowers shooting lasers. One is just called The Great Risola.
We'll see some of them Aerith names, and you can tell which one's I name. Also, the thing with the 14 and 1/3 or whatever, I don't know if you've ever heard of the movie series Naked Gun.
No.
Okay, so the first one was called Naked Gun. The other one was 2.5. Naked Gun 2.5. Then the next one was Naked Gun 3 and 1/3.
Hence Naked Gun 3 and 1/3.
The idea is that it's an odd numbering system, and the movie series was a comedy show. It was about a police officer. It was silly, lots of bad jokes. In one of the shootouts, you had the police officer behind cover, and you see one of the bad guys behind cover, and they're like getting up and shooting, and then the camera like is going back and forth on them, right? But then the camera comes to the middle and zooms out, and you discover that they're like right next to each other.
Alright, man. I'm just going to. I'm going to. What do you call? I'm going to throw up. Not now, because of some other things. Anyways,
You know
I'm
what?
going out.
That's okay. Hold on. We need to do something. Rizola,
Yeah.
join me on this. Let us pet the Aerith.
At the Aerith.
Yes, pet the Aerith. There. See,
Have
now you can leave and know that you've been petted, Aerith.
Okay.
Thanks, man. Now I feel much better. Now I can rest in peace, knowing.
Yes, you've been petted.
That I've
so
been petted.
You can go, hey, Mom, I've been petted on the internet. Could you imagine how that would go? You what?
I think I should. I think I should surprise. I think I should tell this to my boss. So I petted on the internet, and she'll say, "You're fired."
You're Your character in game, your profile's dead, by the way, Aerith. You got 0 hit points. You dead.
I died. Rest in peace.
You
Too much
dead.
work killed.
0%. Too much work. More like
Yeah,
too
man.
much days of not eating anything.
Or
Anyways, I had to
drinking
go
any
to-
juice.
But we actually
Drinking any juice, yeah. And speaking about that, I hope the market is doing well for juice. And yeah.
Yes, we hope the market for juice is going well because people are abusing it and drinking too much juice.
not anymore. I stopped buying juice for the commune, and now we give them money for food again.
Gosh.
All thanks to the Argentinians.
Yay!
I am happy Bryce is not here. I think he would say something.
He's here. He's just not here
Oh.
right now. He's
I think he's
here, but
listening.
not here.
Oh, thank God.
You don't trust him not to say something about juice?
Well, I don't know what he will post here. 'Cause, most
No,
of his...
he has Hero of the Empire, and he gave himself Imperial radio host. He can show up any second.
Well, then I'll be leaving. Hope you have fun with
Oh,
Bryce.
Callum. Okay, bye, Aerith.
We love you.
And there goes Aerith, the original host. I remember he used to make Triumph his co-host, and every time he used to say, "It's Aerith," and then I would always just interject over Triumph. Callum says, if this is still going, can Risola cry on air? That's a strange kink you've got there, Australia. Oh, Aerith is back.
Hi,
Oh,
Aaron.
by the way,
Welcome back.
I did notice someone gave me Dark Jedi. Use the Force.
Use the force. Yeah.
Yes, I'm Master Yoda. I contradict my life. Bye.
Bye.
One day we need to get America's favorite weeb in here.
By the way, I think I need to play a song for Aerith's departure, but just for Bryce. What do you think?
That's good.
Okay, I'm going to play the song Panzerlied,
Of course.
just for Bryce. So enjoy.
Abstürmt der Stein und die Sonne uns lacht. Der Tag glüht weiß oder eiskalt die Nacht. Bestaunt sind die Gesichter, doch wo ist unser Sinn, ja unser Sinn. Es braucht unser Panzer im Schunden dahin. Ob stürmt oder schneit, ob die Sonne uns lacht. Der Tag glüht weiß oder eiskalt die Nacht. Verstaut sind die Gesichter, doch wo ist unser Sinn, ja unser Sinn. Es braucht unser Panzer in Stunden dahin. Ob stürmt oder scheint, ob die Sonne uns lacht. Der Tag glüht weiß oder eiskalt die Nacht. Bestaunt sind die Gesichter, doch wo ist unser Sinn, ja unser Sinn. Es braucht unser Panzer im Stunden dahin. Ob stürmt oder schneit, ob die Sonne uns lacht. Der Tag glüht weiß oder eiskalt die Nacht. Verstaunt sind die Gesichter,
So that was Panzerlied, and I played that just for Bryce in case he's actually listening. Though I doubt he is. And we are back.
Awesome.
Do you know why I chose that song?
No.
It was also played in the movie Battle of the Bulge.
Okay.
It's based on a 1933 song. So, yay!
Awesome.
And I do like one of the lines generally involves around charging directly into enemy tanks. And I think one of the stanzas is to die for Germany is our highest honor. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. That was Panzerlied.
Perfect.
That song is sung in the movie, but then near the end, that song starts playing in the background, and it represents the mental thoughts of the German commander as he commits the act that ends in his campaign failing against the Allies.
Rip.
He charged forward directly into American fuel barrels that exploded around his tank.
GG.
Yeah. So well, it's funny. It's it was the illusion, but I'll get into that another time. So Rizola, what else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. We're over the usual time slot, though.
So I guess we should talk about Congress the movie.
Well, good time to squeeze that in. But it's kind of too late for that because the election already started.
But you know what? There's always next time.
Okay.
Yeah. So everyone, lights, camera, action. It's time for the 24/7 live action, real time, dramatic film that will define a generation. See the scheme, see the inside workings of your government from Congress the Movie, the live action retelling of what's really going on. Join us today. If you want to join Congress the Movie, inform your party president that you want to join Congress the Movie. He'll generally know what you think. If not, then he or she is needs to be hit. Yeah, definitely. Go for that one, right, Rizola?
Yeah.
Okay. So join Congress the Movie today. With that said, is there anything else you would like to discuss before we call it an ends?
No, I think I'm good.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I notice I have apparently two different streams of the radio show open at the same time.
You do?
Yeah.
I only see one.
You can't see my shared screen. You can't see what's actually in my tabs. I had two tabs in my browser open to that.
Awesome.
I think I'm actually going to end the radio show on kind of a slightly... I'm actually going to play a song from a PlayStation 2 game called Steambot Chronicles.
Alright.
And the song is called See You Later.
Perfect.
Feels like I've known you for so long, but there's always something wrong. I could never understand what this feeling was. Searching for its meaning, I went through everything, every piece of shattered glass, and then I realized when I saw you for the first time, washed up on the shore and lost, I knew that I had
And while the song is not quite yet over, I think it's made its point. It's not goodbye, it's see you later. This has been DK3 tonight, and...
Oh, me?
Yeah.
And me!
Who's me?
Solo.
And we want to say, see you later, guys. And as always, you're always loved.